Hi there, this is Chris Motolegends here today to talk to you about a truly amazing jean from Rokker, Swiss company Rokker. It's called the Revolution jean. It is the world's only properly waterproof jean. Now, these jeans are something special. They are not inexpensive. They are priced at £350, although that does include a really nice box, as well as D3O hip armour and knee armour. So we understand these jeans are not going to be within everyone's remit. They are not inexpensive, but we reckon they are worth the money, and so we're going to talk you through them today. Hang on in there, because we've also got a little experiment that we're going to take you through as a way of proving just how waterproof these jeans are. So these are the Revolution jeans from Rokker. As I've said, they are the only truly waterproof jeans on the market. There are other jeans that purport to be waterproof, but they're waterproof in a different way. They will be Kevlar jeans and they'll have a waterproof membrane. Now, technically, they should prevent you from getting wet, but what will happen in rain? Rain will soak into the outer denim, it will soak into the Kevlar, might not reach the body, but the jeans are going to get very heavy. They're going to wet out, you're going to feel very cold. When you get off the bike, it's going to take an age to dry. So even though technically on one level they keep you dry, they don't keep you dry in the way that these jeans do. And that's because these jeans have what we call a laminated membrane. Lamination is the superior form of waterproof construction that you find on high-end touring gear. So for example, a £1,000 pair of Rokker trousers will be laminated. With lamination, you take the waterproof membrane, you bond it onto the outer fabric, which is what we have here. So when it rains, water cannot get into the fabric. It can't sit as it does in a traditional waterproof garment. It can't enter the fabric and sit between the fabric and the waterproof membrane because it just can't get into the jean. So in heavy, heavy rain, yes, this jean's going to get damp, but it will not hold a lot of water. When a trouser holds a lot of water, it can make you feel cold, it gets heavy, it's uncomfortable, it takes ages to dry out. That won't happen with these jeans. You can honestly ride 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in rain and you will not get wet in these jeans. You could spend a lot more money on a pair of Rokker trousers and you won't stay any drier than you will in these. The way they perform is simply amazing. Revolutions have another secret up their sleeve, or rather up their trouser leg. The membrane is called Sea Change and it's created for them by Schürrle Industries, or it's created by Schürrle Industries in Switzerland. And Sea Change has a temperature regulating function. The polymers in the membrane open up when there's heat and moisture, and they allow the heat from the body to escape. So if it's really hot and you're sweating, the membrane opens up and allows that heat to escape. By contrast, if it's cold, the polymers are closed up, they're kept tight, and it keeps any heat inside the jean. So I don't want to exaggerate the effects of these jeans. They're not going to be wonderfully warm on a cold day. They're not going to be super cool on a very hot day, but they will make you feel a little bit warmer on a cool day than you would expect. They're going to make you feel a little bit cooler on a hot day than you might expect with a jean. So it's a very impressive little addition to the waterproof membrane and its primary function. In terms of protection, these jeans are made from a material called Dynatec. They have a slide time of 3.1 seconds. Now there are jeans out there that have a slide time that is greater than that, but 3.1 seconds is going to put it very firmly in the new AA category in terms of abrasion resistance. So 3.1 seconds is what is all you would expect of even the very best textile trousers. So that's a little bit short of leather. Leather would normally on the Cambridge machine on a slide test come in at about 4 seconds. So these are one down from leather. But to tell the truth, these have so many advantages over a leather pant that's almost immaterial. You can't wear leather in the rain. You can with these. They're smarter, they're lighter, easier to wear, and so on. So we think 3.1 seconds in a jean is more than adequate. In fact, Rokker give these jeans an abrasion guarantee. If you were to come off and hold these jeans through abrasion, they will give you a new pair. Now, the guys at Rokker are not fools. They don't do that willy-nilly for no reason. They give you that abrasion guarantee for one reason only. They're pretty sure it's almost impossible that it could ever happen. We have had one person that it's happened to, but they had a very extraordinary accident where they got trapped beneath their bike, and they had the weight of the bike on them as they slid down the road. They did put a little hole in them. But I've got to tell you, these jeans are pretty impressive from a protection standpoint. Jeans also come with armour. They come with D3O armour as standard, so you get armour in the hips and in the knees. In terms of the fit of the jean, they look kind of pretty okay here on the dummy. They are a little bit wider than some jeans. Depending on the size, they can come across as a little bit baggy, but they're not bad. The benefit of this is that you can most definitely get any boots underneath them that you want. So if you've got a touring boot, a Daytona boot, these will easily go underneath them. Might not take an off-road boot, but you wouldn't normally expect to wear a pair of jeans like this with an off-road boot. So as a package, incredibly waterproof, lightweight, single layer, abrasion resistant. There's a lot to like about these jeans. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go on and talk about some of the downside of these jeans, because no product, as we know, is perfect. And whilst these jeans have we have lots of good things to say about them, there are some weaknesses as well. So the jeans are single layer, and that means they're light and easy to wear. And one of the benefits with single layer jeans we found since they've come onto the market is that they flow the air so much more nicely than do Kevlar jeans. And when these jeans first came onto the market, these jeans were one of the earliest pairs of single layer jeans. They were a revelation. They were just lighter and nicer to wear than anything else out there. But what we've since realized, or the realization we've come to, is that because they've got a waterproof membrane, they do not flow the air as well as a modern single layer jean that does not have a membrane. So back in the day, these felt so much nicer and easier to wear than anything else out there. But compared with a pair of Rokker Tecs, these jeans are just not as nice in hot weather. And the reason is very simple. You have the waterproof membrane, and the waterproof membrane is a windproof membrane. So you're riding along on a hot day, the air cannot get into these jeans in the way that it does into a proper single layer jean without a membrane. There is another issue. You've got the waterproof membrane on the inside, it's rubbing up and down your skin. If you are somewhere very hot and you're sweating, then the membrane, having said that the polymers open up to allow sweat to escape, heat to escape and so on, if you're getting really hot, the membrane just cannot cope. So there comes a point where these trousers actually become, in the hottest temperatures, a little bit sticky. Now, you can mitigate that a little bit. Halvarsons do a really lovely lightweight pair of mesh pants. If you put those on underneath these, it's very thin. It just allows your skin and the trousers to slide. It makes the trousers a little bit easier to live with. But if you get up into temperatures, once you're up into the 30s, there is a scenario in which these trousers can just become slightly less pleasant to wear. Not bad, but it's not the strong suit. The perfect scenario, I suppose, really, is to have a pair of these jeans for in spring, autumn conditions, on an average summer's day, and then you would have something like the Rokker Tecs for when it's really hot. Jeans are amazing. There's nothing like them in terms of waterproofing, but they reach their limit when it gets really, really warm. There is another issue with these jeans, which we can solve here at Motolegends, but I'm not sure that any other retailer can. And it's that the armour, in typical Rokker fashion, Rokker have a fixed armour pocket. So there's a pocket that starts here and finishes down here. They have estimated where your knee is going to be. So the D3O armour goes into that pocket. If it's not in the right place, it's not in the right place. If your knee is not where Rokker think your knee should be, you've got a problem. Now, what happens when you come and see us in the shop here, we put the armour in, we sit you on our shop bike, we have a bike here in the shop, we work out where that armour is, we look at it, we know exactly where it should be. The armour should cup the knee and then just run flushly down the shin. If it doesn't, we measure how far out it is and we unpick the armour pocket, unsew it, move it up an inch, move it down an inch, we do whatever we need to do. We can eventually get that, or not eventually, we can do it very quickly, it takes us a couple of days, but we can get the armour in the correct position. The problem is if you buy these mail order, Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I would say about 50% of cases it's fine, but if it doesn't work, then surgery is required, and really you need to come and see us here at Motolegends. So that's basically the gene. Now, having talked about the upsides, the downsides, the strengths and the weaknesses, I come back to the notion that the main reason that one would buy these genes is for their pure waterproofing qualities. But why would you believe me? I've said that these are waterproof for 2, 3, 4 hours in the rain, but maybe I would say that. So we've come up with a little experiment, and I'm going to introduce you to my young colleague Billy the Boot, and we have devised an experiment that is going to prove that these jeans are every bit as waterproof as I've said they are. So here I am with my colleague Billy the Boot, and what we've done, we've devised a cunning plan, an experiment to see whether these jeans really are as waterproof as I have implied that they are. So Billy, are you ready to go? Okay, let's go outside and let's have a look at these jeans. So here I am with my colleague Arthur, and of course with Billy. It's freezing cold out here. So Arthur, what I want you to do, I'm going to be gone 5 minutes, certainly no more than 10 minutes. I want you to give Billy a complete and utter thorough wash at the highest possible pressure, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to see whether these jeans have leaked or not. So Arthur, up to you. Good luck. Billy, see you later. So here we are back with Billy. Billy, I'm sorry I was a bit longer than that, 10 minutes. I got carried away. There were a few things I had to do. But let's have a look. Let's now take this jacket off. Let's take your Scott off, and let's have a look at the trousers and see whether they have been as good as we've said they were going to be. Bone dry? Absolutely. So we left Billy out there for a couple of hours, I'm afraid, much longer than we thought we were going to be doing this. So these trousers have withstood a couple of hours of heavy jet washing. As I said, these trousers are about as waterproof as you're ever going to get in a motorcycle pant. They are absolutely amazing. Billy, thanks a lot. I'm sorry it was so long. So we hope you'll agree, Rokker Revolution's pretty impressive bit of kit. If you'd like to look at our entire range of jeans, then visit the website www.motolegends.com. Got a vast range of jeans, although I have to say that these days we are tending to specialise more in single layer jeans rather than what are now looking to be slightly old-fashioned Kevlar and aramid line jeans. If you are particularly taken with the Rokker Revolutions and want to learn more about them, if you click on the button top right, that will take you straight to the relevant page on the website. We've got all the sizes, the technical specs, and as I say, you can buy them there and then if you so wish. Now, when you buy from Motolegends, we try to make the process as straightforward, simple and risk-free as we possibly can. So anything you buy is totally free of P&P. If once you've received something, you've decided that it's not what you thought it was, you've changed your mind, it doesn't fit, you can return it to us. Again, that's totally free. And we give you a full 12 months to make up your mind on that. Now, that doesn't mean we want you to take these jeans and ride around in them for 9 months and then say, actually, I've changed my mind, I don't want them, and send them back. But we're just taking all the pressure off. There's no rush to get anything back to us. We also have an unbeatable price promise. Now, John Lewis has their very famous never knowingly undersold. They will match any price. We go one better than that. We will beat any competitor's discounted price by a full 10%. So let's say we have a jean on our website that is £300. If you find somebody selling that at £250, then our price will be £225. So we will always be the cheapest supplier of anything we sell. What I would say is that if the supplier is in Europe, we will only match their price, we will not beat it, but there are all kinds of reasons why it makes sense to buy in the UK as opposed to Europe if we're matching the price. The other thing that I would say is that there are a few terms and conditions. They're not onerous, but if you want to check them out, then visit the website again, motolegends.com. In future, if you would like to receive information from us about products like this, new products, then if you go to the front page of the website, at the top of the page, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. If you click on there, it takes a couple of seconds, you will get our email bulletins in future. If you would prefer to get your information, however, like this, videographically, then we would be delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel. You can just click on the button down there, and then in future, as we do videos, they will be sent out to you automatically. Final thing I would say is that we're not just a mail order company, we are a shop. We're based in Guildford, in Surrey, just on the edges of Guildford. It's quite a unique experience. With these jeans, for example, if you were to come in, we would try a number of pairs. Mail order's great, but you stand a better chance of getting the size right if you come here. We have vast stocks. We're the only company in the country that carries the entire range, all the leg lengths, all of the waist sizes. We get you on the bike, we put the armour in, as I've mentioned. There can be problems with the positioning of the armour, so we'll get you on the bike, check whether the armour's right. If it's not right, we will undo the armour pocket, we will move it up or down, put it in the right position. We'll do that at our cost. We will trim the jeans if they're too long, we'll take an inch off, we'll rehem them, again at our cost. So we have a fabulous little shop here, and if you're interested in the Revolution jeans and want to get them bang on first time, then I could make a case for setting your sat-nav to GU3 1LU and coming to visit us. Anyway, this has been Chris at Motolegends. I hope to talk to you again soon.